Okay, so I originally had the SSS Christmas video planned for today, but that's coming out tomorrow. Late Christmas video, I know, but I didn't have time to record it. I've been busy all day. So tomorrow the new Piggy book releases, and I want to make a video, and I want to talk about the small complaint I have. And the complaint is, the Piggy books sometimes just don't feel like Piggy, like, the characters just don't feel right. Some of the information on, like, for example, the survival manual is wrong. And it's not even just Piggy. The Five Nights at Freddy's survival manual, or character gallery, whatever it's called, has so many problems in it. And it's crazy. I'm not going to go over them, but I don't even have the book myself, but I've seen so many videos talking about all the issues the book has, and there's a lot. There's an awful lot. And there's just some books that just don't really feel like Piggy. Like, I would say the graphic novel doesn't. It's still a good book, but it kind of ruins Willow as a character, because Willow doesn't feel like Willow. The book doesn't feel Piggy enough, I would say. And it's not even like it's just Piggy they do this with. Look at this. This is a FNAF book called Gumdrop Angel. This book does not feel like FNAF. It really doesn't. It's in a FNAF pizzeria, but it doesn't feel like FNAF. Same with Fazgoo. It just does not feel like FNAF. And these stories they make sometimes are just out of place. And that's what kind of happens with this. This one just, Willow meets a new friend, and it's just weird. The infection in this book is weird. Because it doesn't seem like the normal infection from the game. It's just a weird book. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just weird. And these books, it's just a retelling of book 1 and 2, which is kind of lazy, but it has different characters. And that's another problem is, why are the first 2 books just retellings? Why aren't they original stories? And the characters they use just make no sense, like Billy and Badgie. The most random pair of characters you could have picked. You had so many other good choices, but you picked Billy and Badgie. Sure, okay, go for it I guess, but why are they main characters? I don't know. I wish I knew why they were main characters, but I don't think they ever explained why. And just, these books just don't really feel Piggy enough, I would say. For example, in the original game, Zizzy dies, and in the books, Badgie takes her role. Badgie doesn't die, which, I don't know, I know one person's not gonna like what I'm gonna say, but Badgie should have died because it makes you feel for him. Because he didn't die, I don't have a reason to feel for him or to feel bad for him. Like, I don't know, every character just alive, I don't really like. It's just kind of boring. The characters are kind of boring, and they're nowhere as good as their original counterparts in the game. Like, Badgie and Billy don't even come close to Pony and Zizzy. They are just too good of characters. Billy and Badgie they don't have good chemistry. They just don't have it. They really don't. It just does not work. And I feel like that's a problem. They could have chose characters that actually work, which I really don't like. At least go with Zizzy and Pony for the entire... Just go with Zizzy and Pony. You could have had like an alternate story where they didn't die. That would have been way better. Like, Piggy, what if? What if Pony and Zizzy didn't die? But no. Well, no, Pony doesn't die. Pony does live. The true ending, at least, he lives. Zizzy dies. We could have had a thing where, what if Doggy didn't die? What if Bunny didn't die? Which, speaking of Bunny, we don't even know if Bunny's in this book series, because the first book, it's a character named Sally that takes her place. Second book, she's named Bunny, but then halfway through, she's called Sally again. And the third book, from what we've seen, she's back to Bunny. So we don't even know if Bunny's in the book or not. But, like, you could have had... I would have loved what-if type stories, like, what if Doggy didn't die? What if Bunny didn't die? What if Zizzy didn't die? What if Willow never became a villain? Like, they could have done these books way better than what they did. I just don't like the whole, it's just a retelling, it's just a retelling of book 1 and 2. And apparently the third book is going to be a retelling of the rest of book 2. Because apparently, from what I've been told, it has the book 2 true ending, which, okay, that's cool, but why? Also, apparently the sewers are in this book, from what I've heard as well. And from what I've seen, it looks like they 100% are in the sewers, because it looks like it has the graffiti on the wall from the sewers, which, why were we not in sewers in the second book? because we kind of skip past that. So why are we all of a sudden going into the sewers? Like, I don't get it. Like, these books are just weird. They're trying to be different, but they're not. I thought maybe sewers and refinery and factory were just going to be skipped entirely, but no, we're going to sewers. We were in sewers in the game. Like, these books are just not original, I would say. They're trying to be, I feel like, but they just ain't there, man. Now, here's what I personally would have done. I would have made the books, but I would have made a whole different story. Because I would much rather have a different story with new characters than the same old story with the same characters we already know, but they're not important characters whatsoever. I want stories with new characters. Like, FNAF kind of does it. Actually, no, they do it. They make stories with different characters. They might not be good stories, but they still do it. I feel like Piggy could do that, and it would work pretty well. That's what I hope they do in the future, make stories with different characters. Now, the graphic novel kind of does that. It's a new story with a new character, but it does have returning characters like Willow. I wouldn't have had Willow. I would have replaced that with a completely different character, and boom, that's cool. New story. Because having Willow there just makes it feel weird and just not like Piggy at all. I feel like if it was like a different story, like, no, if it had like a character besides Willow, it would be better. Like, even an existing character I feel like would work better, because you could pick like characters that don't have any story whatsoever that no one cares about, and boom, you can give them story. But no, you just pick the most popular character for this book, being Willow, which I don't like. They should have gone with someone who we don't know much about, like, I don't know, Dessa, Carver, just random people coming to mind. That's what I wish they would have done instead of it being Willow and Cammy. Cammy's fine. I love Cammy, one of my favorite characters now. But why Willow? Why do we need Willow in this book? Because all the book does is make Willow just such a bad character, man. Like, I don't like her. She's annoying, I would say. She's not as threatening as she's in the game. She's just, I don't like her. She's dumb. That's my only issue with her. It's just, I don't like how they portray her in this book. It's just annoying, man. That's why I wish they would have went with someone else. So one more thing, which I kind of already mentioned this, but these books kind of have a lack of new characters. Like, I feel like they should have added more characters, because, like, for example, in the original Piggy, we have so many characters we met, like Kona and Budgie. We don't really meet any characters. We never meet anyone new on the ship. We never meet anyone in the temple except Spidella. We don't see Kona, we don't see Budgie, we don't meet any new characters, which really sucks. I was hoping we would get a whole bunch of new characters, but no. Maybe the third book can solve this issue, but I don't see it happening, sadly. But yeah, that's pretty much just everything I have for today. Those are like my main issues with these Piggy books, is they don't feel Piggy enough, I would say, and just a lack of new characters. Instead of just using characters no one cares about for, like, stories that people do care about, like, people love book 1 and 2 because of Zizzy and Pony. No one cares about Billy and Badgie, like, come on. The only good character I would say I like is, like, Oli. I like Oli. Besides that, don't give a crap about anyone else. They're all just boring characters. Cammy is a great character in the graphic novels, though. I love Cammy.